Dear learners, Assalamu alaikum. Now come to the paragraph number 3. Read out with me. I have met President Yahya Khan. I have made a request to him not only on behalf of Bengal but also as the leader of the party which has the majority in Pakistan. I said to him, you must hold the session of the National Assembly on 15 January, but he did not listen to me. He listened to Mr. Bhutto instead. At first he said that the meeting would take place in the first week of March. We said fine. We will be taking our seats in the assembly. Then I said we will carry out our discussions in the assembly. I went so far as to say that if anyone came up with an offer that was just, even though we were in the majority, we would agree to that offer. প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী, in this paragraph, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is telling that he had a meeting with President Yahya Khan and he also requested President Yahya Khan not only on behalf of Bengal but also on behalf of a leader, and that means he requested General Yahya Khan as the leader of a party which had majority in Pakistan, and he told General Yahya Khan, that means Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman told General Yahya Khan to hold the session of National Assembly. That means Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman requested General Yahya Khan to start to convene the session of National Assembly, and the date was fixed by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on 15 January. But here Bangabandhu is telling that General Yahya Khan did not listen to Bangabandhu. Instead he listened to Bhutto, and at first he said that the meeting would take place in the first week of March. We said fine, we will be taking our seats in the National Assembly. Then I said we will carry out our discussions in the assembly. I went so far as to say that if anyone came up with an offer that was just, even though we were in the majority, we would agree to that offer. Here General Yahya Khan first told that the session of the National Assembly would convene in the first week of March 1971. After hearing this, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman told that it was right, and he also told that he with his leaders on behalf of his party Awami League would take seats in the National Assembly, and he also told that he would continue his discussions in the National Assembly. And Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is also seen to tell that if anyone came up with any request and if the request was right, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman would agree to the request, although Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his leaders were in majority in the National Assembly. And then come the next paragraph. Mr. Bhutto came here, he carried out discussions with us. He had said that the doors of negotiations had not been shut and that there would be further negotiations. I then had Alhamdulillah, I then had talks with other leaders. I said to them, come and sit down with us. Let's create a constitution for ourselves through discussions. But Mr. Bhutto declared that if West Pakistani members came here, the assembly would end up as a slaughterhouse. He claimed that whoever came here would be slaughtered. He said that if anyone showed up here, all shops from Peshawar to Karachi would be shut down. Dear learners, here Bangabandhu is telling that Mr. Bhutto came here. Mr. Bhutto carried out his discussions with Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the leaders elected from East Pakistan. And here Mr. Bhutto told that the doors for negotiations had not been still shut down and there would be more negotiations for starting National Assembly, for forming a government, for establishing a country, Pakistan. Okay, then Bangabandhu is telling that he had talks with other leaders. After listening to the words from Mr. Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Bangabandhu told that he had talks with other leaders and he told the West Pakistani MPs to come and to sit with the MPs of East Pakistan, and he also proposed to them that they should create a constitution for themselves and they should design a constitution and they should form a government. And after hearing these words from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Mr. Bhutto declared that if West Pakistani leaders came to East Pakistan, the National Assembly would be a slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse means a house where the animals are killed. And he also, that means Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also warned the West Pakistani MPs not to travel to East Pakistan. And he also told that if any leader from West Pakistan was shot in East Pakistan, all the shops from Peshawar to Karachi would be shut down. Peshawar and Karachi are the famous cities of Pakistan. Then come to the next passage. I declared that the assembly would continue to meet, but suddenly on the 1st of March the assembly was shut down. Here Mr. Yahya Khan called the session of the assembly in his capacity as the president, and I declared that I would be attending it. Mr. Bhutto said he wouldn't be a part of it. 35 members of the assembly came from West Pakistan to take part in its proceedings, but it was dissolved all of a sudden. The blame was put on the people of Bengal, and the finger was pointed at me. Dear learners, here Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared that the assembly would continue in meetings, but suddenly on the 1st of March the assembly was shut down. The assembly was postponed. That means was broken out. And after this, General Yahya Khan called the session for National Assembly as his capacity. Nevertheless, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman told that he would be a part of it, a part of National Assembly, but Mr. Bhutto declared that he wouldn't be part of National Assembly. And there we see that Bangabandhu is telling that 35 members from West Pakistan came to take part in the proceedings, in the advancing of National Assembly, but it was dissolved all of a sudden. And the blame was, as the National Assembly was postponed, which was fixed to hold in the first week of March, the blame was put on the people of Bengal, and the finger was pointed to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. That means West Pakistani establishment blamed the people of Bengal and Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman for the postponement of National Assembly in the first week of March 1971. After the Assembly's session was prorogued, then come to the next paragraph. After the Assembly's session was prorogued means broken out or postponement, স্থগিত, ভঙ্গ হয়ে যাওয়া, নষ্ট হয়ে যাওয়া, স্থগিত হয়ে যাওয়া. After the Assembly's session was prorogued, the people of this country protested. I told them, observe general strike we have called peacefully. I told them, shut down all mills and factories. Our people responded to my call. They came to the streets spontaneously. They expressed their firm determination to carry out the struggle peacefully. Dear learners, in the previous paragraph, we see that the National Assembly was postponed, and after the postponement of the session of National Assembly, the people of Bengal started to protest. Bangabandhu told them to observe general strike peacefully, and he also told the people of Bengal to shut down all the mills and factories. The people of Bengal responded to the call for a strike from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And here it is also seen that they came to the streets spontaneously. Spontaneously means easily, without any condition, unconditionally. And the people of Bengal expressed their firm determination, their firm promise to continue the struggle peacefully. Dear learners, I am stopping here. In my next class, I will discuss the next parts of this speech. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.